So today, apparently, there was a Treasury auction for a 10-year bond that's actually another one of these Treasury illegal reissues. And what I understand happened was some time ago, somebody reported fraud involving T issues. And it was proven that there was actually fraud. But what happened was that rather than engaging in an appropriate process where they addressed the fraud, including engaging in appropriate process of actual disgorgement and or some restitution in order to recalibrate it, they just keep trafficking the same persons over and over again. And so when the people who are availing themselves of the benefits of the trafficking get busted because it's not their actual capital to work with, and Treasury seems to go along with these disgusting terms where somehow payment is supposed to be confirmed through illegal means, what you get is these recurrent cycles of sabotaging people based upon reconfiguring elements of their life in order to cover up for crime. And that's what just happened. They have a 10-year bond that was originally issued on May 15th, which is my birthday. And unfortunately, like it or not, a lot of people put very, very important benchmarks on my identity and stuff that was stolen from me. Okay? And so today they wanted to auction off a reissue on that bond because the CUSIP number, right now, I'm looking at it, there's the Treasury issue with the CUSIP number dated date May 15th, 2021. Why is the Treasury Department right now saying that they auctioned it off today? No, what this means is they reissued it because they had some preferred customer that just didn't like the fact that the actual financing is coming from somebody else they won't acknowledge, and that person doesn't like the characterization. I've been hearing it now. Now it makes sense. We didn't choose you. We don't like you. We don't want you. Well, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not yours. This is the problem. You don't get to use people's lives to manufacture a product from their actual life and then say, you know what? I don't like what you did with your own life. So I'm just going to commit the hugest form of fraud you possibly can, which is to get people in Treasury to conspire to completely re-engineer the entire economic system by having these clandestine reissues because they're literally trafficking somebody and stealing their life, and whoever it was that wanted to buy that person's life instead of them just didn't like the way it turned out for them that day, so they're going to get Treasury to reconfigure it. This is the third time that major deals involving the political career of Kamala Harris have been directly connected to reissues through the Department of Treasury connected to trafficking me. It's that literal. Kamala, I don't care. I really don't care if you don't like what I did with my own life. Stop trying to ride me around and claim that you have any political credibility if that's what you're going to do. This is the third time. The third time. What made you ever think that was acceptable? You're not really that much older than me, Kamala. None of those women with you in Washington, D.C. are that much older than me. What makes you so much fucking better than me that it's okay to steal my life like this? There's nothing reasonable about what any of you are doing when you continuously, repeatedly do this. And you already know that when the wrong people are in the wrong positions, a lot of people end up dead. Didn't your blue chip stock from Russia last year cover your forays? Why do you have to keep trafficking me when you got so much other backing you up? Because maybe there's some truth to this story, right? Are you and a bunch of others in this country, including women, riding around in the credibility of other women you stole from. So when we're at a time like we are now, when we're supposed to be involved in legitimate trade relations with countries of the former Soviet Union, nothing about your political credit is actually legitimate. So we can't possibly have a legitimate relationship with any of the countries of the former Soviet Union. And we can't possibly have a legitimate relationship with China because the China versus Russia crosshairs that end up, functionally speaking, logistically and operationally, terrorizing and dispossessing people like me. Well, I mean, you don't get the kind of political utility that you and your Intel Committee hedging strategy set up if we have actual, legitimate, reasonable trade relationships or international relationships with countries like China and Russia. Wow. Both Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are only in goddamn DC right now as the president and vice president because they conspired to traffic people in the United States to steal their lives and lie about their own political capital capabilities. Does intelligence do anything except traffic its own people and steal from them? You guys didn't make any of the major calls that needed to be made when it came to actual intelligence in the last 2 years. You know what? Why not do another reissue? It says the auction date was today, and the actual issue date is the 15th. The 15th is too late. And you know that. The 15th is too late, and I am not going to let your vagina dictate terms on my life until 2031. Let me just repeat. Kamala, woman to woman, you deserve to have sovereignty over your own genitals, but don't you dare ever fucking again think you're going to try to ping me and mine to continue trafficking me or anybody I'm connected to cover up for the lie that you have any political viability. You would never, ever have done this if you were a legitimate representative of the people. And you sure as hell wouldn't be doing whatever the fuck you're doing in Mexico right now if you were a legitimate representative of the people.